Let's think before we chat. Ooh, I know some of you guys are gonna act like I'm an idiot. I can't ignore it. I can't. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, this following contest is scheduled for one fall. It is for the Naruto Uzumaki Arc Championship. Introducing the 16 challengers from OG Naruto all the way to the end of Shippuden and everything in between. There can only be one glorious king, one glorious story. We're gonna find that out today. According to me, let me know if you guys love every take that I have. There's going to be some good arcs that get kicked out, so I want to make this disclaimer. But if you guys want to see me do a Dragon Ball version of this on Twitch, follow up the Twitch and definitely subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this. We plan on posting daily. All right, let's get right to the content, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. So now we have the climax arc, I guess second half of the war, versus the Konoha Crush arc. So here's my thing. Here's my thing right then and there. The second half of the war arc is a different beast than the whole war arc, and Konoha Crush is one of my favorite arcs ever. So this is already a crazy start. That's one. Two, I want to illustrate what I think make a good arc in terms of like just story, character development, meaningful moments, iconic moments, and then cool points. All of these things are a factor. It is not just a linear pie chart that I'm looking at. Don't be a dick. All right, so now when I'm looking at these two arcs, man, I'm not gonna lie. This is kind of cheating. When you cut out the first part of the war arc, it's just a bunch of hype beast shit going on. But there are some ass pulls in the climax part of the war arc as well. For example, you still got Talk No Jutsu with Obito, whether you like it or love it. Hey, some people meme it for a reason. You still have Kaguya, which this image can hide it all you want. Kaguya was fucking awful. I know you've seen a video on why it's under. Nope, I don't care about that video either. And if y'all want me to watch a video on why Kaguya is low-key peak, go for it. Kaguya sucks. There's a lot of hype beast things in the war arc, but like, for example, stuff just happens. Another one. Guy just doesn't die, and then, you know, Madara just tanks it. Madara's Madara, so shrug shoulders. But Guy didn't die. There's just so many dissatisfying things in the war arc as well. However, the Konoha Crush, we can't act like doesn't have some head scratchers and some dissatisfying fights. This was the most annoying thing to see animated, maybe in Naruto's history ever. We had to stop because we seen Emma go in the soul thing to go and it's just the same scene for maybe literally 20 minutes post this exact picture happening. No, I don't care. Bro, you're not gaslighting me. That shit sucked. It was bad. However, I got some hot takes on the Konoha Crush. I think this is one of the best fights in Naruto history, and not one of as in like the top 20. No. I think Naruto Gaara thematically is one of the best fights in Naruto's catalog. I think this is easily the most downplayed fight in Naruto's catalog. Prior to this picture, this fight was cooking as well, but I have to make a decision here. As much as I love this fight, and I really do, hell, I'll even piss y'all off further. I think this fight ain't the worst fight on the screen. I do have to say it probably gotta go to climax. This is a little Mick. I would have to convince you that Gaara Naruto solos a lot of payoffs, and it doesn't. Tenchi Bridge versus the no, I get it. Some of these things are cool, but this bottom right picture kind of shows you where this arc led to. Some of the lows of this arc. The early war arc. I said it in a previous video. I said it on a short where you bastards tried to hype up the war arc and lie to me. Early half war arc fights, the Mifune Hanzo fights, all of the Inoshika Cho fight even, all of those, hey, my dead sensei's attacking me. Hey, this dead Akatsuki member attacking me fights outside of maybe this specific one. Pretty fucking awful, bro. I don't care what war arc kid tries to size it. No. And you're lucky you're even getting these included. But my specific take was just about this. These three pictures kind of make this more compelling, but I'm actually going to say Tenchi Bridge because Tenchi Bridge felt like anything could fucking happen. Tenchi Bridge is fire. Tenchi Bridge is fire. Akatsuki suppression arc or the... Here comes a new challenger. Now, I do want to say this is one of my favorite fillers, I think, even. I'm glad they included this picture. This is an underrated moment. in Naruto history. Asuma's death, I'll be honest, at the time, didn't really hit. Over time, because of how I cared about Shikamaru, it definitely had to pay off there. Rasen Shuriken, cool as one of the cooler jutsus ever. And Kakazu, you know, Kakazu. But no, not even close. If I have to argue this with somebody, okay. The Chunin exams versus the confrontation arc. So as I was alluding to earlier, yeah, I don't think any of this is included in the early war arc. And while these moments are very, very, very hype beast, come on now. I think for several reasons, the tuning exams is just done better. This arc has very cool moments. Like the one thing about this that I know I'm gonna get cooked for in the comment section, but because it's illustrated as the peak moments of it, a lot of people are gonna view this shit as pure peak the entire time. And I think this fight was really good. I think this moment was fantastic. I think this moment was fucking awesome. And I think this moment was as well. We're not gonna act like the shit didn't drag at any point in time during the confrontation arc, if that's what we're gonna call it. And even if so, I still might not fuck with this left side. You already got the Neji was writers, and you already got people that blindly stand Neji and the Neji was writers. Then you give me 2 more Part 1 Gar fights, who I think Part 1 Gar, anytime he's on the screen, cooked. And then you give me Orochimaru? I ain't gonna lie. Look, Madara clears. Come on. Tuning exams, man, never was going to be a first round exit. Ooh, this is an interesting matchup. And I have my answer. This isn't even just some random hate on Sakura, but I'm not going to lie. It's actually a random hate on Shippuden Gaara. I'm going to be honest. This was gangsta. I didn't care about Gaara like this. For him to be like the premise behind an arc. And I only bought into it when I realized, oh, they're going to fight to Akatsuki's. Also, side note, if that's random dick suck, this arc maybe has the worst fight in Naruto history. When Lee, Tenten, Guy, and Neji fight themselves separately. Oh, it's just so bad. If they were fighting together, I could even get behind it. Why, Sage? Why would that matter? Because at least you can show the illustration of teamwork and going beyond your limits actually meaning something to real humans versus just NPCs and clones of yourselves. They're literally fake vessels. But when you have them do it separately and essentially get beat up the whole time, but then go one for all, it's kind of Mickey, especially when it didn't even have a payoff afterwards. It's not like that team is significant in the story later on unless you uber duper crazy reach until the fucking war arc where you're like, see, if this fight didn't happen, Neji wouldn't have the wherewithal to kill himself. Lee wouldn't have been strong enough to throw the kunai hard enough, and Guy wouldn't have had the resolve to use that guy. Awful fight. I already know y'all don't like Sakura getting the boss fight here, so there's that as well. But yeah, I think the premise of this arc for me personally just wasn't strong enough either. There's many reasons why I'm going with the Tsunade arc. 5 Kage Summit versus Faded. Okay, so this is kind of fucked up. I'm not gonna say I did count the pain arc in this entirely, but hey, man, this is kind of evil. So you're asking me, do I think that the Faded Uchiha battle arc, aka Sasuke versus Itachi, clears the 5 Kage Summit? I'm not gonna lie, and this gonna make some of y'all mad. That answer would have to be no. In terms of anticipation and payoff, you definitely get it. There is no arc. The 5 Kage Summit gets so fucking crazy. Fuck even this room and the Kodo Matsukami stuff. This nigga Sasuke just pulls up, boxes all the Kage. Obito just mind fucks with Naruto. You get Sakura just being the worst human on the planet. Insufferable even during this scene. You get Kakashi versus Sasuke prior to you get Sasuke versus Danzo. After you get Sasuke versus Naruto. So much shit happens in the 5 Kage Summit arc that for me to just sit there and say Tosca Blade Kieran clears is just so wild. It's just so crazy. I personally can't do it. Comment below. I do think this is close, but I gotta go 5 Kage Summit. I can't ignore it. I can't. While I like this fight, I love this fight, I don't think people are gonna fucking vilify me for this. As much as I love how Sasuke just cooked Orochimaru, and I really think Deidara versus Sasuke is an underrated fight, I don't think y'all are gonna get mad at this at all. I'm gonna have to go try. Ooh. Let's think before we chat. This version of Naruto doesn't get outmatched until maybe this version of Naruto. That's gonna piss a lot of y'all off. I don't think y'all understand how truly pissed and how strong this motherfucker was, but especially how truly pissed this Naruto was. You could argue that this Naruto really don't get surpassed for a long time, but that's besides the point. The Land of Waves, you can argue there's not any significant misses. That's probably the damning thing. Maybe you find the Zabuza scene, while extremely cool, a bit unbelievable, but that'd be as far as you could go. But then on the flip side, while you have the, in my opinion, the very, very, very lackluster Sakon versus Kiba, that fight, that was a fight in Naruto history. I think you have the best fight in Naruto's history, if not definitely one of the 5. Ooh, and then you have your glorious King Rock Lee and Neji in it again for those fans. I'm gonna say while Land of Waves probably makes less mistakes, less blemishes on its resume, I gotta go Sasuke Retrieval. The stakes were never this high as well, man. Okay, now I wanted Search for Tsunade to go really far because I think this arc is so underrated, but it has to go here. But let me explain why I think this arc probably could have gone even another round if it wasn't given, you know, the fucking Wonder Weapon here. First of all, this moment, insane spiral, insane moment. It's fucking crazy. I think the 3 signing, how do we just snarl at this over time? Tsunade's character arc in this arc is actually kind of, you know, fire is shit. Naruto's debut of the Rasengan, I think Naruto's 2 fights against Tsunade in terms of impact matter a lot as well. I don't know why people act like this is the rare miss in part 1. This was not a miss. I fucking love this arc. It's just not gonna compare to tuning exams, and I'll admit that. Climax arc, it's no disrespect to this, but come on now. Climax arc, got it. This is just like a way better story. Same argument as Sasuke Itachi, but I'm not gonna lie. The payoff in Sasuke Itachi is probably higher than the Pain Invasion arc. Well, actually, no, even that's debatable. That's how damn good the Pain arc is, bro. Even that's debatable. The build-up for Sasuke Itachi is definitely higher. I'll say that. Because, yes, Jiraiya's get back is there, but oh my god, Sasuke versus Itachi's been hinted at since episode 1. So, I have to say Pain. I have to say Pain because while a lot of shit goes into Motion Nerf 5 Kage, bro, I'm not going to be a contrarian for the sake of controversy. It's Pain arc, bro. Sasuke Retrieval, no disrespect. This is not even close, though. Not gonna lie. Sasuke Retrieval or tuning exams. So this stops once Sasuke and Gaara depart from the tuning exams. I think my issue, if I have to compare the two, for the tuning exams, it's the stakes in comparison. Not that the Forest of Death didn't exist. It's called the, I don't know, Forest of Death. So not that there were no stakes at all any point in time. But then on the flip side, where I think the Sasuke Retrieval arc fumbles is that niggas didn't end up dying when they probably should have. So this is very close for me. I don't think there's a bad choice here. I know some of you guys are going to act like I'm an idiot. If you don't think I'm an idiot, you know, subscribe. That'd be helpful. But I know some of you guys are going to call me dumb no matter what I pick here. But in my personal opinion, I just think the Sasuke Retrieval arc is a bit more hype, bro. I mean, you literally have these 2 moments on the right, but let's start off with the Forest of Death itself. The Forest of Death meant a lot, has a couple of cool character moments, but we're going to act like the fights in the Forest of Death are better? Nope. To be honest, I think Gaara backpacks this arc in terms of fight quality, because what do you have in the tuning exams? You have, I don't know, Choji versus Dosu, Kiba versus Naruto. Naruto versus Neji is being seen as a bad fight, but for some of you, that's your glorious king, and that's fine. You have Sakura versus Ino. Now, you do obviously have some good fights as well. Neji, Hinata, Sasuke, Gaara Lee. Oh, Naruto versus Orochimaru, Sasuke versus Orochimaru. Ultimately, there's some bad fights in the tuning exam. Just straight up. So where I'll say Sasuke Retrieval in a very close 7 games. Damn, these are good fights, but I'll go away to trigger you guys intentionally with this. Yeah, Sasuke's stronger than Lee here, without a shadow of a doubt. And this fight's better than any fight that ever happened over there. Ooh, shit. 3, 2, 1, go. While the climax arc has several hype beast moments, several payoffs, and several just straight up cool shit that the right side does not rival in any way, shape, or form. We don't have to be liars about it. The thing is, ultimately, the climax arc does have a lot of head-scratching moments. Case in point, why does my guy not die? How the hell does Madara live? Yes, he has the cells, but bruh. On top of all of these things, Kage exists. There's several things that are not in this picture that hinder this arc, despite the fact that the peaks of this arc are very peak. However, when you compare that to the peaks of the right side, what what are the things that anchor it down? Maybe the 40-minute conversation between Naruto and Nagato. That's about it. Everything in this arc, it moves and flows accordingly. It's a fantastic payoff, fantastic moveset, fantastic struggle, very believable struggle that everyone might actually die. In fact, they did die. But speaking of dying, significant deaths were in this arc versus deaths in this arc being very mid. So ultimately, at the end of the day, while I do believe the climax arc, if you cut down the war arc in this way, is actually a very strong candidate to be number one on this entire list, I'm actually going to say the Pain Saga because everything flows consistently better and it's a better story being told. And now the final round, the Pain arc versus Sasuke retrieval. I don't know if these are genuinely my top two, but I'm not mad at that conversation. I think these are two fantastic stories. I think these are two stories that will transcend Naruto even. Just like, bro, Pain is so fucking cool, bro. Oh my God, can I illustrate again? The payoff of Naruto, just this picture alone, this bottom right picture of the Pain arc alone speaks volumes. Naruto as a kid would never have thought this. This version of Naruto would never thought he have gotten here without insane shit going on. I know he had to believe it and I'm going to make this happen, but he would have never truly visualized it happening until it actually happens, bro. Naruto's pull up in Sage mode is peak, but I'm gonna be honest, dog, and this is probably the hot take because a lot of people are gonna have Pain number one, I'm sure of it. I do think Sasuke Retrieval is just that guy. I do. I think Sasuke Retrieval illustrates side characters to a level that we don't see in Naruto ever again. I think that's a very fair take to say. I don't care about Choji any more or less ever again than in this arc. I don't care about Neji the same way I care about him in this arc ever again as well. Hell, that applies for Rock Lee. I don't care about Rock Lee as much as I do in this arc ever again. Now, you could argue that that's a writing issue, that I should have cared post, but that's not what we're talking. I'll take a step even further. I don't care about a lot of side villains that I do in this arc like I do ever again. Why? Because it was believable that a side villain would win. Rock Lee and Gar should have died if he didn't fucking get sick. The only death that I thought couldn't happen was Naruto Sasuke because my little 8-year-old brain was like, there's no way Sasuke actually kills Naruto. And it ended up being the case. But Sasuke was stronger. And that's another thing too. I know for my edgelords out here, y'all at least give me this. This arc was so believable because the believable thing happened. Naruto didn't just skate by a bunch of big bads and save Sasuke. I love this arc. It has insane peaks as well. Maybe you could even argue from a fight's perspective, peaks higher than the Pain fight. Because I think many of you think that this fight is your glorious king. So Pain is fantastic. Pain is probably a better antagonist than Nega Sasuke here. And I like this story. But I think the Sasuke retrieval arc means so much to the series. I have no problem saying that for now. And maybe even if the right arcs were in here, that this is my favorite arc in Naruto. And yeah, as you can see, for the most part, I know you guys are going to cook me. The Pain arc is literally seen as that guy. I already know. The Climax arc, yes, I figured this would be second because when you illustrate the pictures this way and honestly cleverly cut the war arc to being, I don't know, the strongest it could possibly be, you do have a problem here. Tuning exams being third, that's not surprising as well. Very nostalgic. This is fourth. Yeah, same thing. When you put the pictures this way, sure. But like in general, I would say there's no way Confrontation is better than Uchiha arc or Land of Waves even. There's no way. There's no way Confrontation. These are four really good moments, but in general, come on, bro. I don't know, but I definitely think that the top five were going to be the top five, especially when the pictures are structured that way. But let me know your thoughts. Like I said, I know I'm going to piss somebody off. There's no way I finish that video that doesn't piss anybody off without saying the most body casual takes of all time. That's not what happens on this channel. So if you appreciate that, subscribe to this channel. Become a member if you want to see exclusive content. We had my WrestleMania predictions. Probably gonna have my WrestleMania reactions to it because hey, Dory got fucking finished, buddy. Take care and stay blessed. I'll see you next time.